What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Footy Gents. Glad to be here with you. So let's just get straight to it. The topic that we're going to be talking about today is WONDERKIDS. So we're just going to be discussing them and we're going to be ranking them in tiers. S tier, 3 in there. So kind of like a podium, the generational talents that we think. A, B, C, and D. First name on the list, Arda Guler. Let's kick it off with Sultan since he's your boy.
Arda Guler, I'm going to put him at S tier. He hasn't played too much, but when he did get the game time, he did show enough for me to put him at that S tier. I feel like he has that potential. He's not there yet, like maybe some of the other players on this list, but I'm comfortable putting him there.
Yeah, I mean, his performance at the Euros, that was special. From what I see from Euros, I can't lie. It's gotta be S tier.
So you would put him at S tier as well?
Yeah.
No, fair enough.
Passes the eye test.
Yeah. I'm gonna go A tier just because he had a great Euros. Fantastic, had one of the goals of the whole tournament. So he shows that he can like perform on the big stage, but because he's at Real Madrid, he hasn't got enough playing time. I feel like we should put him at A tier just now, but I'm not saying that he can't be S tier. He can definitely get to that point.
Honestly, it's debatable. For me, it's between S and A. I think this year he'll probably be getting more minutes. Right now, me personally, I would go for A, but he could be at S tier literally starting from next season.
If we're only limiting 3 S players, then I'm more than happy to bring him down as well. I feel like A is fair.
All right, so he's going A. All right, next name, Jude Bellingham. Sultan.
Jude Bellingham's transcended this list. You put him in the top 3 players in the world, not the top 3 WONDERKIDS, all right? Okay, then S. La Liga player of the season, Real Madrid's top scorer. England by itself didn't play well, but he did have those moments. What he's shown, not just this year, even for Borussia Dortmund, the year before that, winning Bundesliga player of the year, going to Spain and winning La Liga player of the year. If not too many players can do that. It should stay at A. That one, I feel like is...
should stay at A or S?
A?
S.
Come on.
S. No. Keeping my boy at S.
Gotta be S, right? I mean, his first season, 27 goals, 17 assists, something like that.
Killed it, like won the Champions League.
So we have 3 S's, so it doesn't even matter what I'm gonna say.
Not even question. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just slip him in at
What do you
S,
slip
I guess.
him?
Yeah. Next name that we have, Kobbie Mainoo.
Oh, Mainoo. I
Where's
think
he
the guy got his debut early 2024. Gareth Southgate, he was saying, yeah, like maybe he gets calls up and stuff, and then he went from that to like starting the final. When you watch this guy, like in the FA Cup final, in the Euro games he's playing like a veteran, man.
Yeah.
And like he's so calm and he's so just like watching him is such a joy because like we haven't had that like at United for a long time. I gotta put him in S tier because I see a lot of potential in him.
We already have 2 out of 3 spots are already going to be taken according to you at S tier. All right. Okay, so
He
you're
could be
saying
A too. I mean, like I gotta be a little biased.
Fair enough,
I
yeah.
can accept if he's A.
Mainoo, I'm a really, really big fan. I watched like almost every United game. You guys know who I live with. So, starter for Man United, a starter for England. I'm looking at this list, right? So I'm in my head, I'm like, do other players deserve A? For me, Mainoo is gonna go in B just because he's just broken out this year. I still need to see more impact. He has potential to grow even to A tiers and S tiers.
I'm thinking it's between A or B. Definitely very young. He's reminiscent of like a lot of legendary players. Like Clarence Seedorf said that like reminds him of himself, but he has like more maturity than he did at that age. So kid's on the right track to become a legend if he keeps working at his thing. I'm trying to look at this list here. I'm gonna put him at B for now, but I might move him to A later depending on how things go.
I'm debating A or B as well. Mainoo is generational. I think he can be like a complete midfielder. I personally would put him on A, so that would make it 1 S, 1 A, and 2 Bs. I guess the average would be A.
Sure. Yeah, we could do that. Let's do that.
So A right now we have Arda Guler and Mainoo as of right now. Okay, next
S
on
Bellingham, right?
S Bellingham, yes.
I mean, let's go big. Yamal. Let's go with Yamal.
Come on, boys.
Let's go, Jamal.
Yeah.
Bro, like no words needed. I can't lie. Like we all saw what he did at the Euro 16, bro. Like, he had a goal contribution every knockout game at the Euros. The brother is generational. Like I don't think we've ever seen the talent at 16 since probably Neymar or Messi. Neymar
Not
was
even 16.
Not even. I think he's even better.
16.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
still at
saying.
16.
Yeah, like he's S for me. S, straight S.
Yeah,
So
go for it.
go. I want to hear
Yeah.
from the Madrid.
Yeah.
Go, yeah.
Let me I don't. I've always expressed my affection for Lamine Yamal. I compare him with Arda and all that, but like he's taken it to another level. Like in the Euros, he's shown that he can be that guy. Undoubtedly, the face of Barca going into the future, like playing almost every game, contributing. And he's just so young, man. Like this man's more than 2006.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. He's literally a wonder kid.
Yeah,
I'll put him.
He's
I'm
the
on my agree. I'm
definition.
gonna have to say S.
I'm gonna put him S, but I just want to talk about him a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like during the season, I didn't really watch him that much. You probably watched him more again.
yeah.
So I heard about him, but I didn't really like. He really showed it at the Euros. You talked about his goals and assists and the knockout. I think he's already overtaken Cristiano Ronaldo in
For
the
assists?
knockout. No, knockout
goal contributions or
goals,
whatever.
goal contribution in the
Yeah.
knockout, which is like it goes to show like Ronaldo Ronaldo, like, you want to consider him one of the best ever. This guy's already, doing it. And I got to see some birth certificates, man. This guy's playing like a 25-year-old. I'm serious.
It's just, I feel like he just plays in such a mature way. Like, he knows when to dribble, he knows when to pass, he knows when to shoot.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah.
Not a lot of players know that in their 20s, let alone when they're 16, bro.
16, so yeah, it's got to be S tier.
Gotta be S tier. Kid's the poster child for Wonder Kids right now. That goal again in the semifinals against Rabiot, winning the Euros at 16 and being like a major component of it, and being basically the youngest player to do like pretty much everything. So
let's do Garnacho.
Garnacho, hey, you went for one of your boys.
He broke out like really last season, and the season before that too. He was good. He really showed what he can do. He's still got some work to do. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's one of the best, but he can be. So for that,
are you gonna rank him over Mainoo?
He hasn't impressed me like that. Maybe that's a little bit of a recency bias, like Mainoo just came into the picture and like he's just been so great. I don't know. For me, I probably put him at B for now. I think he has some work to do. Yeah, he still has to show a little bit. He's still got to do more with Argentina. Di Maria left. Messi's getting old, so to me, he's got to step up and kind of show it both on the club level, international level. So
yeah, no, he's doing pretty well. Slowly progressing. Like I'm looking at his stats here. He had 19 games in like 22, 23, and then now last year he had 36. So he's becoming like pretty big focal point for Man United and their attack. He's still young, so he's gonna keep progressing each year and playing more games. I'm gonna have to put him at B just because we haven't got to see him too much on the I guess the European stage and the international stage as well. Like once he gets into those sorts of games and he starts to make an impact, I think he can move his way up.
But for me, in those 3 seasons that he's been featuring quite a bit for United, like, was a starting role week in, week out. His progression has been a little stagnant. He didn't really step up his game. Maybe it's a coaching thing or he's not playing where he wants to, but he does have his moments, like the season he scored in the FA Cup final. In terms of impact and stuff, I don't think his ceiling as high as his companion Mainoo, so I'm gonna have to go with C here, guys.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You have 2 Bs and 1 C. Honestly, I kind of agree with Sultan. Listen, I think he's a good player. I think he's still a little bit raw, personally. I'm taking a look at the list that we have here, and there's some big names. I like Garnacho. It's just, I'll be honest with you, I don't think he's like generational talent. I think he's a very energetic winger. I think he's fearless. I like that attribute about him, that he'll be very persistent and he'll always try to dribble his fullback. There's a lot of things that he can still improve on. With Argentina as well, he hasn't gotten many minutes. It's between C or D for me. I can't lie.
Wow.
D might be a little bit harsh. But the thing is,
D is like the worst one. I don't think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players on this list.
I'll be honest, I would be okay to put him to C as well. Like, I would be alright with that. No, but I think he's also his attitude, like he gets a little like super riled up and everything. And like, yeah, you're right. It has been a little stagnant. I would put him C if we're going to go that route. If we had to pick one, I'll bring him to C for now.
We can come back to this at the end.
Yeah, we can.
I'm gonna go for Jamal Musiala.
Okay.
What a player. What an entertaining player to watch. One of my favorite players in Europe. One of the best players his age. I think he's on the same level as Jude Bellingham, to be honest. Like when it comes to like play style, he has everything that he needs to become one of the best players in the world. But Jamal, I feel like deserves to be in that S tier.
He's great, dude. Like he's probably one of the best dribblers I've ever seen, especially at his age. Pretty much getting 20 goals and assists like pretty consistently throughout the Bundesliga. I think he needs to, we just need to see him a little more maybe in the Champions League. I mean, he did really good in the Euros as well. I think he was pretty important for them. I put him at A for now, but just because if we have to pick one last person, I want to maybe save it for some other people, but I'll put him at A for now. But I love him. I think he's great.
Yeah, for me, it's between S and A. I mean, he's done it for a few years now, right? Like, it's not just like he didn't just pop up this year. Like, how many more spots do we have left on the S tier? Just one more?
I think one last one.
One last one, and we haven't talked about a lot of guys. But you know what? I'm happy to put him at S.
I think, honestly, I would go for S for Musiala as well. I just think he's very special. I am one of the probably few people that I personally rate Musiala more than Jude. So I just think he's a very special talent. I think Bayern is very lucky to have him. I think he's going to be their poster boy for a few years. We have 3 S's. He's going to S. We basically completed all 3 S, but we can discuss later and see if we want to move any of them. Let's go with Endrick. Sultan, I'll let you start off with it.
That boy is special. That kid is like a freak of nature. He's physicality, especially in his legs and shot power. So confident in himself. For me, like my heart says A. He's my boy, and I believe in him. So I'm gonna keep him at A for now, just because I feel like he does deserve it. I feel like he'll play an important role. For me, between him and Arda, like I would go Arda a little bit more, just because I've seen him do it more for Real Madrid.
I mean, I've seen, some of his highlights and stuff. Kid's got aura. Kid's crazy. He's just the way that he's behaving at his age too. He's got a lot of maturity, and I think he's going to do really well. I don't know about the move to Madrid, how it's going to impact his career, because you got so many young talents. I hope they get the chance to really get to show themselves and perform. We'll see how he does. I'm definitely going to put him in A tier. Kid's got like crazy potential, mad aura. He's going to be the poster child for Brazil for the next few years as well.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really seen too much of the kid. Not saying he's not good or anything, I might be wrong. Like Sultan was saying, on social media is getting a lot of disrespect recently. I was reading somewhere like this guy's getting more quotes per day than like passes or something like that.
He's the Bellerin incarnation, bro.
I mean, for me, it's really like, I don't know if I would put him at A tier. Again, I might be wrong. I haven't seen him. Maybe if I see him a little bit this season with Real Madrid in Europe, that could change. Between B and C for me, really. So
that
B,
brother at C, bro. Do it.
I'll go B. No, I'll go B because like if he is at Real Madrid, I don't think Real Madrid just buys players like that. I gotta go B.
I'll be honest with you as well. I haven't seen a lot of him. Obviously, just a couple of games with Brazil. So he's very talented. I think he has insane left foot as well. The only thing is, like I said, like, it feels a little bit harsh. I personally would place him B. The only reason for that is like he's just coming to the big leagues right now.
I think that's all right.
Okay. I wanted to get Florian Wirtz out the way right here. I want to hear what you guys think about Florian Wirtz.
I honestly, the reason that I didn't want to put Musiala S tier is because Wirtz had such a crazy season this year. Going invincible with the Bundesliga is nuts. And also just kind of being a focal point for that, I think is just huge. But like that invincible season, I was following along with it, and he was just, running the whole show, being the playmaker. So I would have put him maybe at S tier just because of the performance he had this year. But given the fact that we've already filled it with the 3, and I do think Musiala has a lot of upside too, I'm going to put him at A tier for now.
If anyone else agrees, we can put him at S.
It's between S and A, and I mean, the kid, like, he wasn't just good the previous season, 2023, 2024. He was good the one before that. Like, I used to see like some highlights of him. Obviously, last season he was invincible, so he kind of popped up, and he's really a joy to watch too. I would put him A because I think I want Musiala in the S tier. For me, it was kind of between them two.
I would have him S as well. I can't lie. I think he's a superstar. I think him and Musiala, I think they're they're neck and neck in my opinion. I think Musiala just edges it a little bit for me. Florian Wirtz is generational as well. And just to take into consideration, like the guy tore his ACL literally like a year ago or something like that. Sultan, you have the last vote.
It's hard to argue against. He could even make like most journalists, most coaches, top 10 Ballon d'Or. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with S.
No.
So we're going to have to do a process of elimination.
Yo, it's hard, man.
All right, I'm just going to go with my boy here. I know he's probably going to get a rip. Ansu Fati. I had to include him just because he's still 21. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of Ansu Fati?
Obviously, when he came up, that was one of the craziest start of a career. Obviously, injuries played a really bad role in keeping him out for long periods of time, like significant injuries. I feel like knee injuries, if I'm not mistaken. Now he's back at Barca. Obviously, he's still very young, could still improve a lot. I'm going to have to stick him in C.
Yeah, I don't disagree with Sultan. I mean, it's really between C or D. Probably C. I mean, he was good, and then the injuries kind of,
okay.
2
C's.
But,
all right, fair enough, yeah.
I'm going to have to a C or D, really. I mean, I know he's a good talent. I feel like a talent of his caliber should have had more playing time. Because he didn't really get to prove himself on a lone move, it's hard to put him higher than C.
Probably go for C. C just because he is injury prone. If we're talking about if he gets through the injuries and if he's back to his peak, for me, he would have been A or S. He burst onto the scene at 16 with Barcelona, and he was breaking records for Spain and Barcelona. He's still the youngest goal scorer in the Champions League, I'm pretty sure. 3 C's and 1 D, so C. Let's go with Rico Lewis.
I think we have to see more of him to have, for me personally, I have to see more of him to have. I don't think he starts many games. Maybe he starts some cup games here and there. At City with Pep, you would think, I mean, I don't know how much longer Pep is staying, but like he's generally good with bringing up these younger players. And you look at what he did with Foden and some of the other guys.
As of right now, no one's on D, eh? So we need to eventually play someone
else. Just to fill the spot, I would put him at D. But also, I just don't resonate with him, I guess, a lot.
Honestly, I've seen a couple of his games. He plays right back behind Kyle Walker, who's obviously getting older. He's 34 years old now. And I think once his time is done, then Rico Lewis should be the next guy up. From what I've seen, kid's got heart. He plays pretty well. To be 19 and hopping into a team like like that, that's like one of the best teams in the world and like making an impact, and I think is good, and it shows a lot of potential. Obviously, we haven't seen him as much as we'd like, but I think he's going to have a lot more opportunities in the future. I'll put him at C. I'll give him, some credit,
Rico Lewis. So obviously, like, he's not very impactful player in important games, especially he doesn't get minutes. I feel like he just has such great talent around him playing under Guardiola. He has all the utilities needed for him to excel, but I don't think would be considered someone like generational or a wonder kid like compared to the other guys on this list currently and the ones we're gonna be discussing as well. I just feel like in 3-4 years probably he'll be at Wolves or something, or on a loan move, and he probably gets stuck there in my opinion. So I'm gonna have to introduce him to the D category. I feel like he's a good squad player.
I'm looking at the names here again. The thing is, none of these players are ass. They're all very good players.
Yeah.
The hard part is like if you play someone in D, it just feels very harsh. At the same time, you got to look at the names that you have here. And honestly, Rico Lewis, as of right now, it's between C or D for me. And I think I might be leaning more towards D. I think he's a good player. He's very versatile. I don't think he's like a generational talent either. And also, he's not getting a lot of minutes. For that reason, I know it might sound harsh, but I think I would place him D as well. Next up, let's go with a Barca man, Gavi.
You go against.
I think Gavi is very underrated. He's a very passionate player. He's literally like a pit bull. So a lot of people go on Twitter, take a look at some comps where he's literally just pushing people and like, yo, this is all this guy does. But he's a very technical player. I think he's very complete. I think he's underrated by the general public, but there are players that I probably would have ahead of Gavi. I would personally go for A. He's the type of player that you hate when he's playing against you.
Yeah.
But if he's playing on your team, you'd love him because he'll literally die for the badge.
Tough to get an ACL injury at this age. Obviously, he's been spent the whole season out. Unfortunately, he couldn't play at the Euros as well. He's the type of guy you'd love to have on your team. He'll do the dirty work, like he'll get that tackle in that you need to stop a counter. He'll get in people's heads, and also he's very good on the ball.
What you said with social media, I've seen a lot of people are saying like guy plays like a pit bull and everything like that. He's just crazy. But yeah, I mean it's between B or A. I'll probably go B just for now.
Okay. From like when I seen him in international stuff, like he had a couple goals in the qualifiers. He's even scored in a World Cup. He's doing a lot at a young age, and he's got a lot of talent. I mean, I'll put him at B for now.
Next on the list, Xavi Simons.
He's great. He's really, really good. I mean, kid's killing it. Like obviously he's a PSG product. Like he was playing for PSV. I remember because I'm an Arsenal fan, a Gunner boy. So he was playing against us and absolutely instrumental in that team. Went to Leipzig, instrumental there, and then on the Euros and just for the Dutch team, he scored some fantastic goals. Scored a goal against England. He's just showing up on the big stage consistently. Just a well-rounded player. I would honestly put him at S tier if I could, but I know with the names that we have there, I'll probably put him at A right now. If he can get on a big team maybe, or even play for PSG or any other team, and prove himself there, then I would say S for sure.
Just a quick correction, just because
I have to.
He's a La Masia product.
I was gonna say. I mean, I've mostly watched this guy at the international stage playing for the Netherlands. So this past Euros, he started being an important role in the team, and so he's like one of these impact players. And like when he doesn't play, you notice it. For me, I guess like an S or A tier with the names we have in the S tier. So I'll probably have to put him at A. I still want to see him. I think at the club level, I gotta see. I need to see more. Like look at the people in the S tier. They've done it at mostly both club and international. I want him to go to a big team and I don't know, go to a Bayern, go to Barcelona, whatever, and have a great season. I kind of want to see that.
Sultan, where would you place Simons?
Solid A. Obviously, great season for Leipzig and quite decent Euro run. He's putting his name more on the global stage. He's been around many wonder kids lists throughout the years. He's came up very early. I feel like he's one of Leipzig's best players, standout players. He's gonna impress in years to come. He's solid A. I wouldn't take him less than A, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, me personally as well, I would put Simons as an A. Just because we already have 4 people on S, and I don't know if I'm
cool with A too. Yeah,
I don't know if I would put him above the ones that we have on S right now, but solid A.
One day he can be.
Yeah. Next on the list we have my boy Pedri, the little magician.
Pedri, one of my favorite Barca players. Honest to God, I just he reminds me of Iniesta a little bit. Just the way he kind of just moves with the ball. Obviously, I can't compare him to Iniesta. Iniesta's top midfielder of all time, top 2, top 3. Obviously, he's a solid A for me. Just cause maybe recency bias. Maybe if you asked me this question last year, I would put him at S. But I feel like some players has transcended that last year, especially like throughout the Champions League seasons. And he started his career playing so many games. Now he's getting caught with injuries here and there. He hasn't gotten this consistent game time that I feel like he's capable of. For that reason and that reason alone, maybe Lamine Yamal recency bias aside, Pedri could be considered the top Barca bros like the past like 3-4 years. Like
showing so much maturity for like a player of his age. I don't know. He can do it all on the field. He's gonna get better, of course. I would put him at an A. Yeah. I can't deny that. I think he's a top wonder kid. Maybe not S tier, but I put him at A.
Came up from like Las Palmas, right? Though. Like,
we bought him for cheap. He's actually not a La Masia product.
Oh, he's not. Oh, that's wild.
I thought so.
He plays like he is.
We bought him from Las Palmas. I think he was like 16, but he plays. That's the thing. He plays in a certain way where it just like
it feels right.
Yeah, it feels like just born and bred Barca man.
Literally, yeah.
I don't disagree with the guys. I mean, A is probably the right choice. Twitter is all negative, right? So like people were saying the reason like Spain went on and did so well.
Dani Olmo for Pedri because of the injury.
Because they're saying he got injured, so he did better. I mean, that's more credit to Dani Olmo than saying Pedri was not doing well. So
Pedri's gonna go A because we have 3 A's. I can understand why people would put him A, but me personally, I would put him S. He's very special. I like the only reason why I would consider placing him at A if I was actually pushed to is just because of the injury record. He's very elegant on the ball. It's like he moves in like slow motion. The game moves at his own pace. Don't really see that in a lot of any other midfielders that we have here. Like he controls the tempo in a way that I don't think any other young midfielder that we have on this list does. He might not be the most complete midfielder on this list because there are other midfielders that are more complete, like Jude, for example. But he just has that magic, in my opinion, where it's just so valuable. Yeah, I would have him as S, but I can completely understand why you guys have him at A. All right, we only have 4 more left, so we're gonna go with Leny Yoro, okay? Amirali, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, the injury kind of bummer, right? Like it's just we're excited the guy's coming in, and I think there's potential for the kid. I don't know. I'm not gonna put him too high up. I don't want to overhype him. I want to let him kind of see him play a little bit. And United, Premier League, the toughest place you can be right now with United. All eyes are on United. To be honest, it's between B or C. I'll probably put him C. I don't want to hype him too much.
One of the best defenders, 18, like in his age group, coming into the Premier League at such a young age for a big fee, which I disagree with. He's got a very good build, fit to play in the Premier League, good ball handler. I need to see him in the Prem. I don't watch much Lille, I think, where it came from. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a strong C, but I'm gonna give him a C for now just because.
It's tough. Again, I haven't watched a whole lot of League One. Being a focal point of a defense like that's almost on par with like how PSG is performing is pretty good. I mean, I have my opinions about League One. I do, think that it's a bit of a farmers league, but I mean, especially now that Mbappe's gone, I feel like the overall league is gonna decline. I think he's a bit of a project. Like he is 6'3". He's a bit skinny. I think if he bulks up a little bit, he might do pretty well. He's got good passing. I've seen, from in preseason, he's able to make those long balls, which I think are very important now in this game. So overall, I think he's a good project. We'll have to see, but I'll put him at a C or a D for now. Maybe C, I'll say.
I was gonna place him at C as well. Ligue 1, like haven't watched him play a lot. He seems decent with what I've seen. Like he seems like a good defender, tall. He needs to bulk up a little bit, but as of right now, I wouldn't place him any higher than C. We only have 3 more left. We're gonna go with Eduardo Camavinga.
That's a easy A for me. Camavinga can play anywhere in the midfield. Last season for Madrid, not the Champions League winning one. The one before it, he was starting regularly at left back, which he did very well in many games. Even for France, he's one of the most important players. Plays almost every game. What he's done since joining Real Madrid, even coming in, like his situation a bit similar to Leny Yoro. He came in as an 18-year-old. We signed him for I think 30-40 million. In his first 5 minutes, scored his debut goal. Ended up winning the Champions League that season. He played the Champions League final, a lot of important games as well. Yeah, easy A. Camavinga he's top class.
I'm gonna say A too. I remember I think he played a couple games in the World Cup where he came on and he just sort of changed the game, and doing that at such a young age and persisting too. He's playing like 30 plus games for Madrid, so he's obviously very important for them. Super versatile, being able to go from left back to now CDM or vice versa. So I think he's fantastic. Yeah, to be so like important to the team, a team like Real Madrid at such a young age, I'd have to put him an A.
Really like Camavinga, man. It's like,
Yeah.
ever since I watched him since a couple seasons ago when he just kind of came to the scene, he's just such a joy to watch. I don't know. He just does what he does, you know, like whatever position you play in, doesn't complain. He's not like arguing. He's not doing anything. He's just playing. And same with France. I mean, he played in a World Cup final. Like remember, like they were losing 2-0.
He was really good when he came
He
out.
was
With the
so
extra
good.
time. He was causing some damage in that extra
France
time.
was 2-0 down. He came up, it was 2-2. You know, he just, I guess, adds that energy to the team. It's got to be A for me.
So everyone said A. Me personally, I would have placed them at B.
Of course.
Nah, it's just because of the names that we have on A, and I just rate them a little bit higher than Camavinga. I don't know about Sultan, but for example, if
Arguably, Camavinga's shown more than what some of the people
Yeah.
we've had at A. Like I wouldn't like if I would bring someone down from A, which I don't want to right now. But if I would rate him above like Mainoo or even Arda, to be honest.
Okay, Chouameni or Camavinga for you? Who do you rate more? Because me
Oh,
personally,
man. Like,
I rate Chouameni
like a
more than
personal
Camavinga.
preference,
That's
or
the
like
thing.
Both.
like Chouameni as a CDM, but Camavinga is just more complete overall. But Camavinga, like his role, like playing CDM, like Chouameni, excuse me, won't play any other position. He's a defensive player, but Camavinga can be everywhere. But Chouameni's more polished a little bit, but I feel like Camavinga's ceiling is a bit higher.
Next on the list, Alejandro Balde. This guy is rapid, bro. Personally, I would have him B right now. If he improves that final pass as well, I think he's very complete as a left back.
That man is incredibly quick. Like, it's actually crazy. From what he's shown when he was healthy, I'm happy to stick him at B as well. Like, I wouldn't go as far and drop him to C. If he can use his pace, like, before he got injured and improve his last pass, he can be one of the best left backs coming up.
I don't have a strong opinion on him, but I think B.
I wish I got to see him more in like league action. I mean, just seeing from his numbers, like having 6 assists, like not this last season, but the year before when he was like playing a full season is pretty good, man, for a young left back. I've heard great things about him. He's fantastic. Yeah, no, I'll say B for now. He'll get the chance to prove himself and he'll move up there.
Last one, Zaire-Emery. I haven't watched a lot of PSG in Ligue 1 this season. I've seen them in the UCL, and he's been doing very good for them. For France, unfortunately, he doesn't start. I think he potentially does have a case to actually start the next tournament. As of right now, I would probably place Zaire-Emery at B.
Makes a good case for a B. I was thinking of putting him at C.
Amarali, you want to go?
Yeah, I haven't watched him, to be fair, too much, but I mean, the guy just turned 18.
Yeah.
I think he was selected for the French team, right?
He was, yeah,
came
but
with France,
I don't even know. Did he get any minutes? I can't remember. I don't think he did.
don't
No, I
know
don't
if he got
think- I
minutes,
don't think
but
so.
is he going to stay at PSG? Is he going to
Yeah,
move?
probably, yeah.
In a couple of years, I don't know, maybe a Madrid-Barcelona kind of move, or maybe a Premier League move. I think B or C. I mean, probably B.
Like again, yeah, like I mean, obviously with Ligue 1, I haven't seen him perform as much, but like in Champions League, yeah, he's been a focal point of PSG, winning the title and everything and going fairly far in the Champions League. And to be at 18 and being like so relied upon is pretty insane. So I was thinking A. I would put him at a B for now, just because I feel like maybe he needs to prove himself a little more in certain areas. But he's had some great moments. So yeah, I'll put him at B.
One has to be
I don't
dropped.
want to sound like Yamal is obviously like great, but like
Damn.
in
Don't tell me
terms
you're
of
about
like how long, like you look at longevity, those other guys,
It's tough, man. Because Wonder Kids, if we're going
But
to talk
then,
about
like-
Wonder Kids, he is the Wonder Kid, like right now.
he is.
So
but
it's
I'm
hard.
just saying, like,
Like, if we're defining generational, that brother is probably the most generational player.
Yeah, he's a
If
Wonder
we're
Kid, like through and through.
16,
But
bro.
So,
like,
like,
in
what
terms
is it
of like
between-
accolades and like what he's done throughout it, obviously Yamal probably the best of his age group coming
I-
up.
I
but
can't
I would
lie,
he
also
is.
I
He's
would
just
also
too
bump
young,
Yamal
It's
down.
very young.
Really?
crazy,
Wow. No, dude. No,
Bro, he
I
just
can't.
won a
I feel like
He's
there's
just
a
won a
little.
Euros,
I know. I'm not taking that away. Like,
You're
I
taking
swear,
Yamal
this
down?
guy's unbelievable. But like, I feel like the other three are like superstars. Like for more than one season, and the Yamal has potential to be better than all three. Like, don't get me wrong. We can't categorize it. Just there's too much. I built too much recency bias.
But I have a question. How many of us, before the Euro started, had Spain as one of our favorite teams to win it? Honest. Not while it started and when we watched the teams play.
I didn't.
Before.
I
I did.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't
I
have
definitely
said they
didn't
were
have
my favorite
favorites.
to win.
Definitely not favorite.
Exactly.
But they were
And
up
they-
there for sure. They always are.
Yeah.
They always
They
are.
wouldn't-
Top,
they wouldn't
top,
even-
top
you had-
five, top
top
4
five,
or 5
yeah.
at
Five
least.
is a lot.
Alright, but there-
But,
yeah, 5 is a lot. That's the thing. You have England, you have France, which were probably the main
I had
two
them fourth,
based off of
maybe.
squad.
Mhm.
You had
England,
Germany
France,
up there.
Germany.
Germany definitely up there.
Portugal
England,
was
France,
even
too.
up there based off of
Yeah.
the team as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one thought that Spain was going to do this, and then they go and they win the Euros, and they deservedly win the Euros.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, of course.
Yamal is one of the best players in the Euros, arguably the best player. I think he should have won it over
He
Rodri.
should have won the best player award.
But
that's a
man,
that's a debate for a different day.
like I feel like Wirtz,
He
Jude,
deserves
and
it so
Musiala.
much.
I feel like Musiala, it has to be between Musiala or Wirtz. Like, Musiala, it's hard to put Musiala at A too, man. But Wirtz, because he has such a crazy season, like, I feel like he has to get S tier. Like, I think he's a bit underrated even in, like, the Ballon d'Or rankings as well. It's hard, man. I don't know. I might put Wirtz at A, actually. I don't know. It's hard for me, though.
Okay,
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give it roasted bare. But me personally, if I had to pick one
We know.
person, what do you
Say
mean
it,
we
say
know,
it.
man?
Say it, bro.
based-
There's no way.
Based off of talent alone, pure talent, bro. I honestly would put Jude Bellingham. I would put him A. Me personally,
No.
That is
I know.
insane.
I feel like you have an anti-Jude
can I ask
agenda.
one question?
No,
Can I ask
You
one
can.
question?
I'm just
Jude
saying,
is
based off
Ballon d'Or contender, top
But
3.
based off of pure talent, bro, like I look at the other three, and if we're talking about just raw talent, those three are players that make me like get up off of my feet, like when I watch them play. You know what I
And
mean?
so does
Like,
Jude. Like
Jude is
maybe
crazy, man.
Maybe his second half of the season, like efficiency wise, Jude started the season so well, like scoring almost every game,
Yeah.
contributing. Then obviously, like 2024, as you said, yeah, it hasn't like no one like it's for a midfielder to keep that efficiency up. Imagine Jude kept doing the numbers he was doing,
Yeah,
like
no.
which is unattainable and unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like,
it is insane. It is insane. Like I'm
Can I ask one question?
I'm
Maybe
willing-
this helps.
almost won everything. He
I'm
was-
willing to compromise because I know he's not going down. I'm just
Maybe
saying.
this helps us answer the question.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
No,
quick
I'm
question.
happy keeping all four. You know, like
If-
we'll give.
Which one of these players? Like, maybe this is one way to like maybe help us.
For me, it was
evoke
between
one of
Wirtz
them.
and Yamal. Between
Which one
Wirtz
of
and
these
Yamal
players
for me.
would you
Really?
like?
I'd say
this-
Wirtz and
Yeah,
Musiala.
yeah.
Sorry, Amirali, what do you?
I was
what's the
just gonna
question?
say, like, to kind of decide this. Which one of these players? Think about it like this. This is how I think about it. Like, which one of these players would go in a, I don't know, think about a mid-table Premier League team, Fulham or whatever, and like make them really good.
Honestly, all
Make
of them.
the-
I can't lie.
Which would you say?
All of them, bro. Like I'm
No,
looking
but,
at
like,
all
which one of
four
them-
of them. Which
What? Like for me, it would be like between probably Musiala or Bellingham for me.
To knock them down?
No, I'm saying which one of these players would go into like a lesser team and make them so much better.
Mm.
So to keep them, I'm making.
I would say all of them
Listen,
too, yeah.
I hear Bellingham being S tier based off of the season that he's had, but Lamine, bro, no way we can bump him down.
You
to
can,
A,
yeah,
bro.
no, he is the wonder kid. Like, I can't.
He is, like,
in a
he's
wonder kid
so
list, he
talented,
cannot
Bro,
go down.
these other mans are 21. He's 5 years younger than them.
Yeah, literally. Like, we
Exactly,
can't.
exactly. So it's hard to categorize, but me, I'm just kind of like
I-
trying to like give
I'm-
the respect that all these three have done for more than like one season. That's
But
all
we
I'm
can't
trying to
just
do.
knock him because he's younger, hasn't lived longer.
Like
you know?
if Spain didn't win the Euro, would Yamal make the S tier?
No, to be
Well,
honest,
are we
probably
doing
not.
it? Wait,
But
but
he
are we
did
doing
win
it
it.
based?
He'd make the A
are we-
tier. He'd
but
make the
are
A
we
tier,
doing
but
it-
like the S
Was-
tier only started after he won the Euros, which deservedly.
Deservedly.
But if Spain didn't make that run, like Yamal's not making the S tier, bro. But just because he's elevated himself so much, like it's
yeah,
crazy.
but at 16, bro, no one's done
yeah,
that before.
yeah, exactly. Like you can't like deny
I
that
guess we're
talent, but
keeping
at the
all
same
four.
time,
Me personally, if
Um,
I had to pick, I said he who must not be named, but since he's not going down, I'm happy to go with Wirtz. Lamine, I can't, bro.
I'm
gonna say Wirtz.
I give Yamal. I give
Yeah,
Yamal the respective potential and the what do you call it?
This El Clasico rivalry is great.
No. The benefit of the doubt.
Okay,
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
So,
So
you guys,
I'm-
sorry, you guys think Yamal goes to like Fulham and like he makes them like league contenders? Is that what you guys think?
Nah, but
My
like none of
question.
them are gonna make Fulham league contenders, bro.
Bro,
They're-
I
some
don't
of
know
them
about
can
that.
make it
This
better.
is the
Some
thing.
better.
I don't think any
Like,
of them
it-
makes Fulham win the league. I can't
Not
lie.
win
If
the
it's
league,
just
but
one of them.
like I don't know. For me, Musiala, Ritz can maybe do that.
I
more
think
than-
Lamine could do it too, bro. Like
That's what I'm asking. So you think?
I think
okay.
as a
think
wonder
he
kid
can,
list, he
bro.
needs to be S tier. There's no way. Like, there's
like
no.
it's a
Yeah,
wonder kid.
yeah,
list,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Can we keep all four, or we have to demote?
Nah.
I think Wirtz needs to go down to
Ritz
A.
goes down.
I would
Yeah,
go with
yeah.
Wirtz.
A plus. We have
Don't
to
worry,
make a
a
category
year-
for him.
We're gonna do another one a year after, and maybe Bellingham will be down. You never know.
Updated list in 6 months.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah, we
God-
should do a mid-season check.
We'll do another
Why
one.
not?
So Wirtz then? We got two for Wirtz. we had 2 for Lamine.
really
Did
like
anyone
Wirtz, man,
switch
but-
to Wirtz or?
I like Wirtz too,
No,
bro.
no,
I like him a lot, but like I
I
think
like him too, but we gotta bump
once he
one
gets to
down.
Champions League, when we see him play in the Champions
I'll-
League
I'll
and
say-
prove himself, I think he'll get.
What are you saying, Amirali? Which one? Wirtz, you said?
Yeah, I mean, because he didn't just have a
Farhan,
good season
Farhan,
last year.
what did
He
you
had
say,
a good season
Musiala?
this year before. So
I have to put. I can't put
Wirtz.
Musiala down. I can't. And him being on he's just on a very well run team, crafted to perfection from Xabi Alonso. I
Honestly-
don't know if he'll do as well on a different team.
We also, you said for Lamine he wouldn't be here if not for the Euros, but against Napoli and PSG, that brother was killing
I'm
it.
saying
I
the
can't lie.
S tier. I'm saying the
I'm
S tier. I
saying-
feel like
Yeah,
the
but
Spain
he-
run
that's what I'm
elevated
saying.
him
At
like that.
16 in the UCL as well, he was playing great against Napoli and PSG. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah, he has.
he had an
he has.
assist or whatever.
we
against
can't
He
PSG.
has,
say
he
if
has.
he didn't.
He
We
played
can't say if
great,
he didn't
but-
win it. He did win it.
That's the thing.
He's
So
won the
based
Euro,
off of
so-
that, like if we take a look at it, Wirtz, I love him, but like Parham said, he's the only one out of the 3 who hasn't.
Like okay,
Tried it in the
if we
UCL,
made this
either.
video or this tier list before the Euro started, is Yamal making the S tier?
No.
No.
I personally think so. Yes, based off of
He would be
generational
S or
talent.
A, maybe. Like, but
As
like,
a
he
wonder
wouldn't be
kid, I
strongest.
have to put him
But
up there. He's number
over
one.
over Wirtz and Musiala. That's the only reason.
But yeah,
I'm
even
compelled-
over Wirtz, bro. If let's take away the
I'm saying
season
before
from
the Euros.
Wirtz. Yeah, okay. Before the
Euros,
season
'cause the
for
Euros
Wirtz.
is 1 month. The Euros is 1 month.
But like, well, he did it. Like, that's the only thing we have to give
That's
it
the
to
thing,
him, right?
yeah.
He did it.
He's 16. He's already. He did it. He did his job.
If
you
that's
know,
the
like-
case, I could
Like,
say
he carried them
I
too,
could
you know?
say
I heard
if
We
I
get the
could
final
say-
vote to Jasper.
Yo,
Final
Jasper,
vote to Jasper.
pull up, bro.
Nah, not Jasper, bro. He's a United man, bro. He's gonna say
What?
Lamine.
content here.
Ask
Anyway,
Jasper. Ask Jasper.
So what's
If he had to.
we did a tier list, and right now we have 4 players in the S tier of Wonder Kid. I'm trying to decide who to bring down because we need to only have 3.
Okay,
And the 4 players are Jude, Wirtz, Musiala, and Lamine Yamal.
Tell him who Gent voted for.
Again, said we bring down Jude.
no, dude, like it's
No. But tell him I said Wirtz after, bro. Come on now. I was
he said
negotiation here.
Yeah, but
I'm saying Wirtz
he
too.
compromised. He compromised for Wirtz.
We're all compromising Wirtz.
I'm saying like I'm leaning Lamine Yamal.
I have to agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
think it's
Wow.
He's just saying
Wow.
that because
This is
We're gonna get
crazy.
without even starting the channel, bro. There's no way, bro. Lamine Yamal.
What's he say?
He said no way. 1 second. Let me put this.
we have to go with Wirtz, I guess. It's
A
unfortunate.
wonder
but-
kid, bro.
No,
mean,
Wonder
like,
Kid
bro,
list,
like-
you can't take him off.
No, we're just taking him down from S tier to A tier, no?
No, but that's
Oh,
like a big,
tough.
huge deal.
A wonder kid list, bro. He's
No,
16, 17.
Nah,
Yeah, but like
He was playing.
when you compare it to the other players, he's
Wait,
right
did
now at this
compare.
moment he's not as good as them.
but that's just because he's younger. That's just 'cause
In
No,
five,
yeah, but, like,
in
you
5
have to take it
years,
at face
in
value,
5
bro.
years, this guy could
Look, I mean,
have a
that's
Ballon
true,
d'Or
like,
if that's
maybe
the
in-
point.
I swear,
No, in
yeah.
5 years we may look back and say like he didn't do good, but like the decision we're making is now.
We're just like if you're taking it at face value
so
right
it's,
now,
he
then
should be S based on now.
We're saying
I
Wirtz.
would say.
We're saying Wirtz
He might
because
be
he hasn't
nobody
played
in
Champions
5
League.
years.
Wait.
Sorry.
Amiral, you said Lamine should be yes?
Based on now, I'm saying
Done,
maybe in
done,
5 years.
done. We're good.
Maybe in 5 years, like
Yo, clip that.
That's
Yo, clip
3.
that.
That's 3. That's 3. That's
Got
3
it,
yeses. So Wirtz is going down.
Wirtz is going down. Wirtz is going down.
I know. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that
I'll
one.
give
I'm,
you-
I'm not mad with it. I'm not mad with it. But
Sultan though. I think
but
that makes
yeah,
sense.
I've made my point. But I'm not mad with it.
All right, boys. I'm gonna go through the list one more
Sure.
time. S tier: Jude Bellingham, Lamine Yamal, Musiala. A tier: we have 6 players. Arda
Forgot to
Guler.
rank the rest again.
You guys put Mainoo on B tier, bro?
No, no,
Arda,
hey, hey.
no.
Okay.
I
A tier:
voted-
A tier: Arda Guler, Mainoo, Xavi
I was about
Simons,
to jump to the
Pedri, Camavinga, Wirtz.
Okay.
B tier: Endrick, Gavi, Balde, Zaire-Emery. C tier is Jasper still there?
yeah.
C tier: Garnacho,
We put Garnacho in
Leny
C
Yoro, and Ansu Fati.
tier. And Leny Yoro.
And then D tier:
This because Leny Yoro hasn't showed much.
Rico Lewis.
My man just got injured, bro. What do you mean? Okay, fair.
But yeah, that's basically
No, he's
basically
only
it.
had one professional
So
year.
we
I
only
get
have
it.
Rico Lewis.
Rico
In the
Lewis
D
is the only
tier,
brother
eh?
at D, yeah.
Usually,
Oh, wow.
like the D tier should be the most, and then it gets less. We're like an upside down.
No, but the
How
thing
did you
is,
drop
all
Garnacho
like
to
we
D
said,
tier, to be
all,
honest?
Why are you happy to drop Garnacho to the D tier, to be honest, huh?
Yeah,
Being anywhere in this list means you're like
Top tier.
done something. Even
Yeah,
D
yeah.
is like you're still better than like everyone else.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's the thing.
For sure.
But yeah, that was
why
the
are you
list.
shaking his head?
So there you have it, guys. That is our tier list for Wonder Kid. Let us know what you guys think. We appreciate any comments, any feedbacks, and yeah, from me, Sultan, Amirali, and Parham. Take it easy. See you guys in the next video.